everybody. I'm going live a bit early today, surprise, because I have to be somewhere at 3 o'clock. So this will be ready and waiting for you if you're expecting me at 3. And also, just to update you on a few things, I've missed a couple weeks because I had my hands full with some behind-the-scenes stuff and in-person single appointments. But I have an announcement, and this is super exciting for me because what I was working on was a brand new website. It's self-done. It's not done by a professional. I did it myself, but I'm pretty proud of it. It took me some time. There's lots of different components, lots of links, lots of connecting here, there, and everywhere. But it wasn't just the website I was building. I was also working on something that I'm calling my true love catalyst. Now, I think a couple people in here might have gotten those emails, but definitely not everyone, and that's because you don't even know about it. So basically, the 3-part True Love Catalyst is my e-guide. It's a short but sweet and powerful e-guide that I called From On My Own to All Loved Up. The ultimate guide to true love for spiritual badasses. After that, you get my True Love Speedometer quiz, which literally calculates your current speed towards love. And then I also give you my True Love Beacon meditation. And this is just to help you get your energy focused on what it is you really want. And if that's the love of your life, you're going to want this meditation. So I will be posting links for not just the website, but telling you a little bit more about this True Love Catalyst bundle, I'm calling it, because it's 3 parts and they all work powerfully together. So if you want that, you can send me your email in a DM, but I'll be posting links about it later anyway. So today, I'm going to have to keep it short but sweet, but I want to talk about fitness. Now stay with me for a second. We mostly think of the word fitness only having to do with your physique, right? Even when I looked up the definition today before, as I was making my notes, the definition of fitness is a condition of being physically fit and healthy. Or the definition of fitness is an organism's ability to survive. Or the quality of being suitable to fulfill a role or task. Interesting. Now, for the purpose of today, we are not talking about physical fitness. I want to talk about mental fitness, emotional fitness, and spiritual fitness. Because all of these things, like, you are not just your body, you are not just your mind, you are not just your emotions, and you are not just your spirit/soul. Which a lot of people think spirit and soul are the same thing, one and the same, but they're not, okay? Your soul is with you from lifetime to lifetime. Your soul carries with you all the memories from previous lifetimes, and they are stored in your subconscious mind. Your spirit is more like your personality of this lifetime, of this body. Your spirit is your personality in this lifetime. Your spirit can be totally different in different lifetimes. So your soul doesn't change, your spirit does. Now, no matter what you're trying to accomplish in your life, whether that's, finding your purpose, finding the love of your life, just being happy and successful and well and healthy, right? I like the term wealth because I don't classify it just as financial wellness. I classify wealth as all around well-being in every area of your life, okay? Not just finances. But when it comes to mental fitness, emotional fitness, and spiritual fitness, this is what I want to talk about today. And I really want to start using this word fitness for not just the body, because we are not just a body. So what do I mean when I'm talking about mental fitness? Mental fitness is when you have clarity, when you're able to focus. But most people are experiencing mental fog, right? Mental fog, or the complete lack of focus, the ability to focus. That's what most people are experiencing. But mental fitness is also your ability to be positive or negative, right? Your thoughts are either going to be positive or negative. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. The mind is naturally negative. And I think this is just leftover programming from when we were like hunter-gatherers and we constantly had to be alert because we were in fear of being eaten or whatever, right? So the mind is naturally negative, and especially when we're trying to rationalize things, it tends to be naturally negative. And that's why it's so hard for people to remain positive. Or it just, not hard, it is hard, but not impossible. Your mind is like a muscle. I want you to start viewing your mind like a muscle. And just like when you go to the gym, and it might be hard for you to lift 10 pounds at first, if you keep lifting that 10 pounds, 3 weeks later, it won't feel so heavy anymore. And I really love the saying about the mind. Minds are like a parachute. They only work when they're open. Now, another aspect of mental fitness is going to be confidence. Confidence, your self-talk. And then another area that falls into the mental fitness is your ego, but also your beliefs. And your beliefs are not here in the conscious part of your mind, they're back here in the subconscious part of your mind, right? So most people don't even know how their mind works. Most people think that in my industry, we call this your monkey mind or your monkey brain, because it's just, chattering around like a circus of monkeys. Or like a football team without a captain, right? They're just running around in there. Your thoughts can run amok. Your thoughts can run away from you. Most of us tend to catastrophize. Jumping, like what I mean by that is jumping to the worst case scenario. And obviously none of those things are helpful. But when it comes to your beliefs, they're either disempowering beliefs or empowered beliefs. So you can have a thought that allows you to have what you want, or you can have a thought or belief that does not allow you to have what you want. So all of these things, that's a lot of things, they fall into the realm of mental fitness. Now, it's funny because a lot of people try to tell me that they don't have control over their thoughts. Yes, you do. This is the muscle that we need to train. This is the muscle that can be trained. And I'm not gonna lie, the number one absolute best way for you to start having more clarity, more focus, more confidence, more positivity, more empowering thoughts and beliefs and self-talk, less ego, is to meditate. It is to meditate. But as you'll find out, meditating is actually what helps increase the fitness of all of these three things that I'm talking about today. Now, your mental fitness is also how mentally fit you are will also depend how in the present moment you are able to be. If your mind is constantly in the past, feeling shame or guilt about the past, or if your mind is constantly feeling worried and anxious about the future, you're missing the present moment. And again, your mind is running away from you. Instead of you running your mind is running you. And the biggest indicator of mental, emotional, and spiritual fitness is your ability to change. So many people in the world think that they're stuck, right? They think they're stuck at the job they hate, or they think they're stuck at an unfulfilling relationship, or they think they're stuck in the current income bracket, stuck being unhappy, stuck being unhealthy. And it all starts in the mind. So let me move on now. I'm going to come back, bring it all home, but let me move on now to emotional fitness. So emotional fitness is your ability to stay calm and peaceful. Oh, I'm missing one thing here in the mental fitness part. I wrote down here that how mentally fit you are is also indicated by how easily you are offended. How easily you are offended by others, or not easily. So anyway, jumping back, emotional fitness. This is your ability to stay calm and peaceful. This is your ability to self-regulate your emotions without alcohol, drugs or alcohol. And when I say drugs, I also mean pharmaceuticals. They're drugs. Able to self-regulate your emotions without drugs and alcohol, pharmaceuticals, escapism, Nintendo, video games, TV, and just all around distraction, right? Most people, when they feel an uncomfortable emotion, they don't know what to do with it. We're not taught how to process our emotions, right? This is something I think that should be taught in school. But when we feel an uncomfortable feeling, we don't know what to do with it. And I have a dear friend that we call this, we call emotions like spiritual gas. And, kind of like a burp or a toot, you're not supposed to hold it in. And so when we feel this uncomfortable emotion bubbling up, we tend to suppress it, repress it, and deny it, and just be like, oh, no, if I just ignore it, it'll go away. Meanwhile, it's sitting in there building, and it's going to come out in one way or another. If you continue to ignore your emotions and how you're feeling, it will come out usually in the most inopportune time. That moment when you're just having a bad day and you end up having a meltdown in public. Or overreacting to something that normally wouldn't upset you. So your ability to self-regulate. Emotional fitness is also how well you deal with stress. Now, this can be argued that it is also mental. Right? It's a little, dealing with stress is a little bit of all of these things, including physical fitness. Emotional fitness is how quickly you bounce back when you suffer a setback, when you get disappointing news, when maybe there's a tragedy, maybe there's something unavoidable, those things in life that are unavoidable. Maybe there's a death, maybe there's a breakup. How quickly do you bounce back? When you get down, how long do you stay down? And I know there was a long time in my life, like in my 20s, there was a long time in my life, like when I had something that just bothered me, I would let it sit and fester, and eventually I would start tail spinning, I would spiral out of control, it would blow out of proportion, and I could literally be down for weeks, days, if not weeks. Not anymore, but yes, back in the day. Now, another huge indicator of your emotional fitness is how open or closed your heart is. How open or closed your heart is to love. And this is friend love, family love, and romantic love. Universal love, self-love. How open or closed is your heart to love? And the last thing I wrote down here is emotional fitness. I put the word trust. Trust, and I'm going to come back to this when I tie it all together. So moving on to spiritual fitness. What is spiritual fitness? This is a little bit piggybacking off of emotional fitness and the ability to be calm and peaceful, but we're going to expand it now to your ability to be the calm in the center of the storm, no matter what is going on around you, right? The world has gone mad. Everything's crazy. But your sense of peace is internally derived. Your sense of happiness, peace, calm, trust, confidence, all of these things are internally derived. So no matter what is going on around you, in your immediate environment, you can be the eye of the storm where it is calm. And that's why I've started so many of my videos with, no matter what is going on around you or in your life or in your world, I hope you are finding that center, that eye. Spiritual fitness is also about being able to see the bigger picture, right? Being able to see past the tip of your own nose, which is again takes us back to ego in the mind. There are people on this planet who cannot see past the tip of their own nose. They are living in an egocentric worldview where everything is about them, right? These people are narcissists. There's also families where they'll take care of their own, but they don't give an F about anybody else. Not your neighbor, not each other, not the world around them. So spiritual fitness is about being able to see past the tip of your own nose, to be able to see the interconnectedness of us all to each other, living on this island called Earth, one human family. Spiritual fitness is when you realize that by hurting others, you do hurt yourself, or by hurting yourself, you are hurting others. Spiritual fitness is also determined by how in harmony you live with nature. So, the people who are throwing litter out their car door, don't give an F, not spiritually fit. The CEO at the company that doesn't care about their toxicity or their footprint or how much forest they have to clear to build their new warehouses, that's not spiritual fitness either. Now, other things that relate to spiritual fitness is how in touch are you with your soul? How in touch are you with your soul, right? Emotional fitness, how open or closed is your heart? Mental fitness, how open or closed is your mind? And spiritual fitness, how connected or disconnected are you from your soul? Most of the spiritual community agrees that the problem with humanity right now is how disconnected we are from ourselves, from our soul. If we were all connected to our soul, even just 1%, it would be a completely different planet. And because when you get connected to your soul and you realize that you are actually an infinite being made of stardust that is 13 billion years old, you literally have particles of 13 billion year old stardust in your body, life gets a lot more magical when you realize that. When you realize we all come from the same primordial soup. When you realize there is a collective consciousness. Now, how spiritually fit you are is also how much are you following your bliss? How much are you doing the things that make you happy? Because when you're connected to your soul and you know your worth and you love yourself, you don't have time for anything else but the things that light up your soul. Those that are spiritually fit are also serving their divine purpose. They know why they are here on God's green earth. They know why they are here, and they are here in service of humanity. They are not here serving themselves. And the last two things I'm going to talk about is spiritual fitness is your ability to surrender into the flow of life versus struggling against the current, right? And I like to, the mental picture I like to draw here is like, imagine the lazy river at Canada's Wonderland. Are you the person that is relaxing, going downstream? Or are you the person literally going against the flow, being like, I don't understand why this is so hard? Surrender, relax into the flow. But I guess the number one determining factor of your spiritual fitness is your awareness, your level of self-awareness. And this relates to how in touch with your soul are you. Your level of awareness of yourself and your level of awareness of the world at large. Now, awareness, the other word for awareness is consciousness. How conscious are you of yourself? How conscious of you, how conscious are you of the planet? How conscious are you of others? Consciousness and awareness. Also, how much do you know? How much do you know about yourself? Consciousness and awareness, and consciousness is like, how many things are you aware of? And it's not necessarily information. There's a difference between information and knowledge. Information and knowledge are two totally different things. So this brings us to your ability to discern, discernment. And your ability to discern depends on how much you know. For instance, when I had 2 herniated discs, I went to my doctor and she recommended epidurals or surgery. That's all she knew. And yeah, she's a doctor, but that's all she knew. It's like, okay, you've got 2 herniated discs. The only way they can go back is if we cut you open, or we can give you epidurals, even though I wasn't birthing a child. We can give you epidurals for pain management. So let's get you hooked on epidurals, okay? Both of those suggestions made me want to hurl. So I started doing my own research, and I was shocked to find out that there was a chiropractor who wrote a book on how to heal your herniated discs. And I'm like, what? Oh, okay. I ordered this. It was a $100 binder. It came in the mail. I read through that thing and I made it my Bible. I did everything he told me to do. I went to a physiotherapist. I did all those exercises religiously. I changed how I ate. I made sure I was super hydrated. I slept with pillows between my legs. I did trigger point therapy with tennis balls on my muscles. Trigger point therapy is how you can basically massage yourself without a massage therapist. But the number one thing, and here, this is a perfect example actually, I got my mind focused on healing. Not if. I decided I was going to heal. I decided I would heal. I got my mind focused on healing. I got my emotions focused on healing. I got my soul, my spirit focused on healing. I started putting myself into the future as if I was healed. I would talk to my discs and tell them to go back home. The cobra stretch, when you're lying, if this is your yoga mat and you're lying on your stomach and you lift your head kind of backwards, you go this way, the cobra stretch, that literally pumps the disc back in. Who knew? The more you know, right? So I'm so glad I didn't listen to my doctor about these discs, because she didn't know what I was able to research on the internet by myself. And when I got my mind, my heart, and my soul already into the feeling of being healed, healthy, and dancing again, because that's what was hurting my soul, was that I couldn't dance. And I was literally in pain, like 24/7. I struggled with this for 6 years. So for a while, I thought I was stuck like that until I changed my mind, until I opened my mind, until I opened my heart to the possibility of healing, until I didn't listen to my doctor, who didn't know that you can heal your herniated discs without epidurals, which doesn't heal them at all. It's just masking the pain. And without surgery. I didn't have to be cut open. Because guess what? In 3 months, I healed. In 3 months, I was healed. My screen is going dark. I don't know why. Hopefully, I'm still online. Hello? Anyway, so in 3 months, I healed, okay? Because I got my mind and my heart and my body all working together as a unified whole. I did my own research, found out there are people healing herniated discs all day long. So that's a perfect example of what happens when you get all of these things working together, and that is definitely the most mentally fit and emotionally fit and spiritually and physically fit that I had been. Now, here is the best way to know, basically in one word, how mentally fit you are, how emotionally fit you are, and how spiritually fit you are. I've boiled them all down to one word. The litmus test, the barometer, the scale for mental fitness is fear. How afraid are you? In general, how afraid are you of going after your dreams? What is your level of fear? Because when you're in fear, fear robs you of common sense. Fear makes us do silly things. And there's multiple acronyms for fear that I live by. The first one is, fear stands for, and I learned this in hypnosis school, false evidence appearing real. But my favorite acronym for fear is face everything and rise. I can honestly say that I am unafraid. For emotional fitness, I put 2 words. I put the word safe, safety. How safe do you feel on a daily basis, in general, in your life, in your body, in your home, in your relationship? How safe do you feel? And for spiritual fitness, the one word I wrote was love. And I don't mean romantic love. I mean universal love. The love for yourself that overflows and extends out to others. Universal love for your brothers and sisters on this planet. How much love flows from you, through you, on a daily basis. These are the 3 ways to find out in a quick litmus test your level of fitness at this time. Now, I pulled cards, so I'm just going to shuffle the deck and see if there's a message from the universe that I'm just going to finish this broadcast with. Let me shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Let me take a sip of my coffee. This deck is by Sonia Choquette. The deck is called Trust Your Vibes Oracle. Let's see. Let me just split the deck in 2. That's a good one. That was kind of perfect. I'd say laughter. That's something I could put on the list. How much you laugh. How much does your spirit laugh? How often do you have a belly laugh? When's the last time you laughed so hard you cried? This is a great indicator of mental, emotional, and spiritual fitness. Okay, that was kind of perfect. Let me just pull another card. Well, these ones are jumping out at me. I also got Listen to Your Heart. How perfect. Now I have that song in my head. Listen to your heart. Tune into your heart on a daily basis. Ask it what it needs. And even if you don't get an answer, you might, like right then and there, you might get an answer later. Our body is always talking to us. Our body is always telling us what it needs. And this is a beautiful way to finish this off. So the last card I pulled was Cloak Yourself in Light. And I'd like you to do that right now. Do this quick exercise with me. Just close your eyes and take a couple deep cleansing breaths in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Do this one more time. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. Hello, Willow. And just imagine, and in your mind's eye, and pretend that you can, just imagine that you are sitting in a bubble of white, shimmering light. It is sparkly AF, it is gold and silver and platinum, it is all the beautiful sparkling colors, pink, yellow, gold, green, blue, violet. Just imagine you are in this cocoon of white light, white, shimmering, healing, golden light. And while you're in this cocoon, just almost with when you're in it, you can kind of feel this smoke or light permeating through your cells. When it passes through you, it illuminates every cell of your body. And take this light and send some of it into your feet. Send some of it into the ground. And opening up from the crown, just see some of this light starting to float up, up and up towards the stars. When we connect to the heavens or the universe, and when we connect to the ground, this is opening those pathways. This is opening your pathways to be connected to Mother Earth and to be connected to the universe. Let me know if you can feel that. Can you feel your cells glowing? I can. But yeah, that's it for today, my lovelies. I have to get going. As always, if you have any questions, my inbox is always open, and I will be dropping the link to my new website. I'm so excited. And also do let me know if you want the three-part True Love Catalyst bundle. Anyway, ciao for now. Have a wonderful weekend wherever in the world you are.